Gabba Gabba, hey drunken cock fans, this is Hickory the Drunken Underwhelming from the Drunken Under Quarantine Show, and we're here to announce that you have found and stumbled upon our show. We're very happy to have you. If you found this on podcast platforms, you will be sorely disappointed in the magic entertainment. However, the video will be uploaded to YouTube and Facebook. Remember, this show is an adult show, contains adult content. Have fun, stay safe, stay drunk, stay underwhelming. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. I'm, of course, Hickory the Drunken Underwhelming. We're on episode, I don't remember what it is, but it's the New Year's Eve special. GW and I hanging out. Collen may join us. We got a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about the dumpster fire that was 2021 and what hot mess we could predict 2022 may be. But we got a lot to get into. We got some people coming on randomly as they please. And without further ado, let's get the show on the road.
Show me your tits. This is a weird show.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. I'm, of course, Hickory the Drunken Underwhelming. Welcome to the Drunken Under Quarantine Show, presented to you by the Woolen Comic Club. It is, I can't even remember what episode it is. We're that deep in the season. It's like 34 or something, I think. But, yeah, Nick, gentlemen, welcome, sir. Welcome to the stream. It's good to see you. But without further ado, introducing my co-host, my man, my comrade. Welcome to the chat, because we're not doing a formal show. It's a New Year's Eve party. Welcome, GW Foley. G-Dubs, what's up?
What
Woo.
is up, motherfuckers? It is Wednesday night.
Woo!
Got my drink in hand. Got my, oh, there it is. I finally got the alert for the show for YouTube. But before that, Timcast IRL alert popped up because apparently Ghislaine Maxwell was found guilty.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's some news.
Yeah. Too bad she didn't, say anything.
And they sealed everything back up.
Yeah, that's always on the up and up. You know, you got to protect those special people. That were aboard that very special plane.
Yeah.
No, not at all. That's totally normal, people.
Yeah.
Don't look behind the curtain.
Especially in sexual abuse cases.
Yes, involving hundreds of people.
Yeah.
If not thousands.
At
a private island that had, God, I can't remember what the figure was, but there was 15 tons of concrete or something that took to construct that place. Ridiculous amounts.
Like me after I eat chili. Just 15 tons of concrete in my belly.
But welcome to the show, guys. We're doing a thing. Oh, we got Sean Henry with us. Let's welcome Sean.
Okay.
Sean, what's going on, brother?
Holy moly, all the way from Oregon.
That's
Holy
right.
crap, how's it going, man?
Wonderful. How's my echo?
No,
you're perfect.
you sound great.
Well, imagine that. This old man is able to get something done.
But how you doing,
So
brother?
what are we talking about?
We'll get into some topics for a minute, but first I just wanted to say I hope you had a very Merry Christmas, sir.
Oh, I did, man. Santa brought me a bicycle and all the
Nice.
fixings. Yeah. I'll
Nice.
be able to get off my soul and, get on the bike riding.
Nice.
Now, do you guys get a lot of snow out there? Or?
Actually, we got about 4 or 5 inches, and then it kind of petered out. They're threatening some more tonight, but yeah,
Did
doubt
it
it.
stick, or is it you have
Oh, yeah.
passings? Yeah.
yeah, it stuck pretty good. I was, having to forge my way to the store for my $1 million cigarettes.
What's a pack running out there, by the way?
$12 a pack.
Yep. That's only a little higher than Vermont, right?
Yeah,
G-dubs?
we're about 10 or 11. So.
Yep.
which
Oh.
I'm surprised that someone's beating us.
Yeah. Oh, New York might have us beat too. I can't remember. I remember New York's like ridiculous.
Oh, the city was even worse.
Yeah, but nobody wants to be there anyways.
Yeah.
Well, only the people that really enjoy living, under tyranny live in New York City still.
Or
kind of
Wow. I feel really out of place being all up on the internet and whatnot.
don't. You get used to it after a while. It's at first it was kind of weird, but now it's just like, fuck it. I'm on the internet.
Yeah.
Well, I've been terrorizing comment sections all over the place. So, if you can take kind of what I give you, Hickory, on your comments, I do that everywhere.
Nice.
All kinds of positivity, all kinds of cleverness, and I try to bring up their comment section. Most of the people there seem to just do emojis and 3 or 4 misspelled words randomly thrown together. So
yeah, a lot of hearts and fire comments is what I see on some stuff.
I don't know what's wrong with spelling heart and spelling fire.
Yeah.
You have to know how to spell heart.
That's true. It's a lot easier to hit a 3 and a arrow.
There's only one heart, and that's spelled HART, and that's Brett the Hitman.
Yeah, the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be.
That's right.
Sean, you a wrestling fan? Or were you at one point?
Back when I was a young squid, I got taken by my great-grandmother to a wrestling match in Eugene. And I got to see Buddy Rose and Rick Savage. Was that his name? No.
Randy?
The Nature Boy.
Oh, Ric Flair.
Flair.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the guy. Some of those, and some of those guys are all passed away now. But I kind of have I don't know, what do you call it? A reasoning sense of, and what is it? I'm tongue tied. Basically, just the misdeception is just too much for me. As far as
I get that.
being able to jump into it. I have a problem with like Star Wars type thing. I'll watch it, but I'm not super into the sci-fi, I got to be kind of based in reality a touch.
That's fair. Yeah, I have a hard time with movies and stuff that I can't let go with. And understood there. I like it. I bet
you guys would just love The Matrix then.
What I'm really interested in is the kayfabe, they call it. Do you know what that term is?
Oh, yeah. Kayfabe.
Kayfabe?
Yep.
Well, basically, Eric
we're
Weinstein has been talking a lot about that and how basically things that have been going on are very relatable to that.
Oh, yeah. I pick up on what you're putting down in the theater.
Yeah, I will be gentle on my footsteps.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it.
I know you don't want to go anywhere, and I don't want you to go anywhere either.
Yes.
Yeah. I appreciate that.
Yeah, we
But
appreciate it.
honestly, if I can see a Brazilian wax online here, what's the problem?
I hear that.
I don't know. I guess my philosophical, thesaurus is just too scary.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird shit on YouTube when we go deep diving.
Oh, am I allowed to smoke online?
I believe
Or has
so.
that been banned too?
I don't know.
I use my vaporizer, so I say go for it.
Yeah, we drink on the program.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to, yeah, right? That's acceptable.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's not like we make an effort to hide that it's, not a soft drink.
Yeah.
And that it's an adult show.
In fact, we often name Foley Brothers Prospect, Brandon, Vermont. Let's go, Brandon.
I literally went to the store tonight just for you guys.
Coors Banquet.
I can't promise anything as far as how much I can drink because my body, being this old, just hates alcohol.
Well, we don't want you to do any. Like, there's zero peer pressure on the show.
Absolutely.
So.
Well, I'm a little disappointed.
If you can't finish one, that's fine with us.
Yep.
I mean, hell, it's mostly your guys' fault I'm here. Giving me all this love and acknowledgement.
Yep. Well, you're a great dude, and it shows through. So, yeah, thank you for finding us. And yeah, it's wild to think that we found you via just a comment one day, and immediately it was like
I joined your thing when you were 128
Oh wow!
subscribers.
Yep.
So that I don't know exactly how long ago that was, but
that was back in probably like May or June.
Yeah.
That was real early. That was before I moved, before I built the studio. Yeah, it's been it's been a hell of a year now that I think back on 2021.
Oh yeah, it's a train wreck, complete train wreck.
Yeah, I like to call it a dumpster fire. And, I think 2022 is just going to be seeing what's left unburnt in the dumpster. That's really.
I have a lot of positivity and a lot of optimism as far as what our future holds.
Okay.
Honestly, the way I see a lot of the music and pretty much every one of the reactors, nobody is lame. Nobody is negative. There's so much positivity out there, but it's being suppressed.
Yep. Yeah, it is nice to see some culture being developed that is not mainstream culture because.
And I've just been waiting for these, this moment, the video moment that is going to, push the camel to the ground.
Yep.
And did you see the one out of New York, the Applebee's?
Oh yes. I should have pulled that one up too, and I didn't. G-Dubs, you familiar with that story? Did you see that?
No, what happened?
Oh, unbelievable. Could not believe it. They basically rolled up on a family eating dinner, and because they wouldn't provide their vaccination papers, they were evicting them or trespassing them from the restaurant.
Yep.
And the little 5-year-old was just bawling and crying, and they told the whole entire restaurant, if you can't show your papers, you'll have to be evicted or leave. You'd be trespassed, charged.
So
and people
pull up some photos here.
People flipped out. People were screaming at the cops. There was, I don't know how many are there, but
quite a few. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, quite a few of them. Little boy looks like he's about to cry.
They look like they're just about ready to be in a lot of trouble if they push it any further, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's crazy. Applebee's called a platoon of cops over a 5-year-old who didn't have his vax pass. I keep seeing stories about people that booked vacations to New York City like months ago and didn't realize what was going on there, and are now pissed because they showed up and they can't even get into their hotel. They can't go out to eat. They literally can go to a grocery store and that's it.
Wow.
Yeah,
it's just insane. Out here, they've got the whole rule, wear the mask and whatnot. And, go ahead and send the YouTube police over to my place because I refuse to wear that mask anymore. I will not comply any longer. It's absolutely unscientific and, don't vax the messenger.
Yep. Well put, my friend. Well put. We'll move right into our first topic. We're going to talk about this. This was a Christmas present like I didn't think was going to come. This has been a big story of 2021. We've been covering Let's Go Brandon since it was in its infancy, and it was literally just a couple stadiums chanting "fuck Joe Biden" as loud as they could. GW and I started covering it back then, and we'll continue to cover it. But this is the Christmas present that gave itself to us, that I woke up to Christmas morning, and I felt like Santa delivered this just to me. This is a clip from a little clip from the live stream that happened on Christmas Eve, which is a side note before I play it, actually. On Christmas Eve, my sister called NORAD, and we were just expecting like an automated thing, and a real person picked up. And the look on her face, she was like mortified, like she didn't know what to do. She was like it's a real Bubs, it's a real person. And I was like, yeah, like be friendly, say Merry Christmas and shit, dude. Like. But yeah, I didn't realize there was like real people answering the NORAD calls. And then for those who don't know, NORAD is Santa Tracker. I think it's a Google thing.
No, it's a military thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, military like missile. I can't remember what the acronym for NORAD stands for, but it's basically it's in Colorado, and they track for incoming missiles. And so every Christmas they've tracked for Santa because he's a commie giving out stuff.
Yeah, NORAD's an abbreviation for the North American Aerospace Defense Command. That's a really weird acronym for that.
Were you going to play the?
Absolutely. Yeah. Boom. Let's go back a little bit so we can enjoy the build-up.
My brother is called.
How about Penelope?
Well, Penelope,
You guys can hear that, right? We're good?
She'd be happy with just about it.
Oh, that's
Maybe a little more.
yeah. Oh, that's wonderful that you have a 2-year-old.
I don't think I have any more volume on there, fortunately.
And by the way, you guys have to be in bed by 9 o'clock, and asleep between 9 and 12, or he doesn't show up.
This isn't to you, Jared. This is to the kids.
That's right.
Well, I hope you have a wonderful Christmas.
Well, yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas as well.
Oh,
Merry
thank you.
Christmas, and let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree. Hey, by the way, are you in Oregon?
That's the gift that keeps on giving. Yeah, we'll have to play that little smidge.
Wonderful
Hey,
Christmas.
well, yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas as well.
Oh,
Merry
thank you.
Christmas, and let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree.
Oh, look at Jill.
I want to see people clip that out of context. Of him just saying, "Let's go, Brandon."
Isn't that the signal?
I want to make a shirt that just says "Let's go, Brandon." I agree, with quotes on it, and then underneath it just says Joe Biden, December 24th, 2021. It made me wonder if the media is just upset. Like, they wouldn't have been upset and ran so much garbage on this if Biden didn't agree with them. I think that was the moment that sealed it in, where they were like, oh no, we can't. We got to make sure that we just talk shit about this for a full day, because we want to make sure we make out this hardworking, tax-paying Oregonian who's raising a beautiful family out to be a fucking asshole, and that will distract people from the fact that Joe Biden agreed.
Oh no, nothing's going to change that.
Nope. Nope.
He's just literally just not with us any longer. He's just. It's really, really sad. Somebody really needs to step up and stop the geriatric abuse that they are, employing upon him.
Yeah, it's very sad. It's
I mean, would you do this to your great grandmother?
no.
Depends which one.
But it does raise a bunch of questions that aren't even Biden related. Just how is it 2021, almost 2022, and the White House staff sucks so bad that they don't have a time delay on a live stream? I mean, I don't, but I'm a drunk magician who runs a show and trusts my co-hosts and guests. I would think that, if WWF had one back in the 90s, for when The Rock let no word slip, that maybe in 2021 the White House might be able to get one together. Because imagine if the dude wasn't a nice dude.
But you got to think about the whole divisive, stance that they're taking. This is totally Sun Tzu. You do not destroy your enemy. It is better to, get them not to want to fight. You can have them fighting each other. That's fine, as long as they're not fighting you. And so these kind of narratives, these gaffes, they go ahead and let them run, because half of the people are going to be disgusted and appalled and confused, and the other half of the people already know that this means nothing. They've already got a plan. These guys are just window dressing.
Yep. Yeah, they are the actors in the place for the theater.
So I hope I'm not getting too deep into the weeds.
No, I think we're good. G-Dubs, we're not.
Damn weeds.
Yeah.
I know. Speaking of, where is it?
The goddamn devil's lettuce.
Here it is. Remember, I keep them in gallons around here.
Nice. It's Oregon.
yeah,
It's legal. We're allowed to do that.
Yeah. Really nice Christmas trees this year.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, it looks like some lights on there.
Yeah. Fluffy.
Oh, it's
Do
beautiful
you,
looking.
do you believe that YouTube has monitors of video, or is it just the narration and the words?
I think it's both.
It's both because, and okay, sorry, G-Dubs, I didn't mean
Oh
to-
no, go for it, man.
And the reason I know is because the episode this past year with Katniss Everqueer got a 21 or a 18 plus limit on it for sexual. I forget what it was for sexual imagery, and that wouldn't have been known via just the speech because there was just a song playing during her dancing. So we're pretty sure that it's video too.
I know that my comments are suppressed. Like I said, I'm all over the place, and I'm saying things that are, not inappropriate at all. Never. That's one of my rules.
Yep.
Not to be mean, not to bully, not to I can't say it. Denigrate.
Yeah.
That's the word. Anyone. That's not my purpose. So I don't know. I just know that some of that stuff never gets any likes. And people with fire and smiley faces get, just tons of them.
Well, I know when you're uploading for YouTube, they have a section that is automatically defaulted to hide all inappropriate comments.
Yep.
So you actually have to physically go in to allow all comments. And even then, I think that there's a filter going on because, say when you comment on one of my videos, it takes me a while to it's not instantaneous.
Oh, okay.
It's normally like 5 minutes later that I'll get a notification that you're up and you said something. Because I don't do anything all day long other than look at YouTube, so I should see it as soon as it pops up. But
right.
Yep.
We're in the same boat.
It's weird. I've actually had comments that show up in certain places, but I can't react to them or see them in the comment response section. That's happened before. I've had comments take up to 15 days to clear for whatever reason. I've had things that YouTube wouldn't allow me to allow. That has happened. And sometimes they're really, really just it's a very non-political, non-offensive, just a very family-friendly statement about a song or something. And for whatever reason, it trips some algorithm, and poof, there it is on the blocked page, and it won't even allow me to approve it to put it on, even though it could be something as innocuous as yeah, man, fire bars in the second verse. And it's wait, why? I don't understand.
My most liked comment was in Breaking Points, Crystal and Sager.
Oh, yep.
I jumped in there, and they were speaking of, the mandates and the testing. And I put on there, the lack of testing is not a bug, it's a feature. And I got over 500 likes and then probably a good 100 and some comments. And I got beat up like I was just the wrong kid in the wrong neighborhood. They kicked me, they slapped me. It was horrible. I've never seen such negativity come flying at me, ever.
That's wild.
Over that statement that it's not a bug, that it's a feature.
Yep.
dude, I've gotten hate. It's not fun. There's been a couple times where I've gotten hate online, and I'm just like, whoa. You are sicking the dogs on the wrong steak.
Right. I look at it like, no wonder Mike Morales loves doing what he does, because if you can take positivity out of that and be all like, got him thinking, or something like that, it should never affect me. So that's I'm hoping.
We were talking earlier about Marcy, welcome. She says, how do you do? Marcy, welcome to the comments section. Sean is on the program. Marcy, if you want to hop on, let us know. I will resend the StreamYard link. We're just having a little New Year's Eve recap on 2021 and catching up with Sean. Because unfortunately, he couldn't make it on the first time. He will be on for a regular, normal episode in the future. Because this is obviously not a normal, regular episode. It's a New Year's Eve show. And we like to get a little weird. But earlier on the program, we were talking about gaffes and mistakes. And, Marcy said hello, Sean. Nice.
You know, she only lives about 30 minutes from me.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
And we're friends, so.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
I brought her here. I'm sorry. If she starts to offend you, you can tell her to leave.
No, here, let's...
Kidding, Marcy. I know you wouldn't do anything wrong.
Link is resent, Marcy. Anyways, we're going to talk about this next one. This was on the... Nick said, what? There are normal episodes? Yeah. Marcy said, lol. Yes, there are normal episodes. Those are the ones where we, like, open, I do my little monologue, and then we each have a performance piece. And then there's a mid-show little song thing, and then it goes into a talk show. Yeah, those are the normal ones. But we've been kind of ditching the format a little bit. But we'll be back on format next week because we have a very, very exciting guest. And I actually got to check my email to make sure he responded because I just double-checked it to make sure. Yep.
Next week.
Next week. And then January 12th will be back from Paris Smoke to Vermont. We're going to talk to him. We're actually going to have a really, really interesting story. I don't know if you guys know. There's been a severe cream cheese shortage. Apparently, back before Thanksgiving, Philadelphia cream cheese company suffered from a cyber attack, which shut down production for an untold amount of time. And apparently the Philadelphia reps won't even say if they're back in production yet. But you can't get cream cheese right now, like commercially. And Paris business goes through like anywhere from like 100 to 200 pounds a week because he does a big section of his smoked fish business is dips and spreads. And a lot of these are cream cheese based. And so it's kind of shut down half of his business right around the holidays, which is a bummer. But it'll be interesting to get into it with him. And after I check my email, we'll discuss the guest for next week because I'm really excited to have him on. But let's get back into the gaffes. This one, I don't know. Did you see Sean, did you see the Jeff Tiedrick tweet about Lauren Boebert?
No, I haven't.
Okay. So here we go. This is Jeff Tiedrick. For those who don't know, he's a Trump reply guy. He got famous on Twitter via replying to Trump and making, I don't know, sometimes funny, sometimes not funny comments that, people liked. Anyways, he tweets this. So first off, Lauren Boebert tweeted December 28th, it's almost the end of 2021, and she spells this differently than I would, but I'll pronounce it how I pronounce it because it's my show and that's how I do it. So it's almost the end of 2021, and I have yet to see Biden mobilize true non-Ashanti pressure like he promised. What's the holdup? You know about true non-Ashanti pressure, right, Sean?
I do not.
Okay.
I'm not familiar with this topic.
Okay, we'll get there. So Jeff retweets it with the phrase, he says, it finally happened. The family of raccoons that lived inside Lauren Boebert's head have completely chewed through the wires. And here we have a long list of people on Twitter mocking Lauren Boebert for this statement. Top comment says she's cuckoo. They say, I agree with, say, what the hell is she talking about? Who the hell knows? They got a picture of a straitjacket. Raccoons, I thought it was rats. With every treat, Lobo makes me seriously question the value of a GED. One says, wow, one says, wow, she knows big words. And another says, this is just the effects of heavy day drinking. This guy says, it's her version of Kofif. We got this animation. This one got me especially good. My little brother ate all the Scrabble tiles and his poop made more sense than you do.
That's awesome.
This cat in a sombrero saying "K."
That's Spanish for what?
Yes, a Trump meme saying "I'm just making shit up." But there's some really good ones in here too that says "Your best yet, Jeff. Keep them coming." To which Dogmata says, "Lol, you and Jeff have no idea," which is kind of a spoiler alert because these people have no idea what the hell they're talking about right now, which is really, really funny as a guy who actually talks about this once in a while. Here we have a picture of a mic drop with Dogmatis saying, "Yep, a mic drop, just not by the person you think." Now this is foreshadowing, kids.
Okay.
Dogmatis had another one right here. He said, "Where do you come up with these? Lol, I love it." He said, "The fact you don't know where she got it, the fact you don't know where he got it should trouble you rather than make you lol." God, there's another good one. I'm trying to find it. Anyways, more people just ripping on this. What the fuck? She just infected the raccoons. We need to save the raccoons. All these people. The irony of your tweet. Jeff unknowingly sees all his people, and I'm here to have fun with it. Without further ado, we're going to get right into what she was talking about. This is absolutely hysterical. All these people absolutely roasted Lauren Boebert for using the word true and non-ashantima pressure. And for those who don't know, she did not invent this word. And you should save all those feelings for the man who actually said it. So without further ado...
Pressure. True and international effort to pressure. True and international effort to pressure.
Okay, we'll play that one more time.
I'll lead an effective strategy to mobilize true and international effort to pressure. True and international effort to pressure. True and international effort to pressure. I'll lead an effective strategy.
So, effectively, the leftists or the lefties on Twitter, or at least those that support the corporate establishment left, went on Twitter to roast Lauren Boebert for talking about true and non-ashantima pressure, not having a goddamn clue, and making fun of the word and the phrasing the entire time until... they're still roasting her because none of these idiots actually looked it up to see what she was talking about. Absolutely amazing. I love it when things work out like that. And Sean, it's these things that make me feel hopeful for the future. The fact that I'm getting to share this story with people that enjoy the show, and the fact that other commenters and reactors are sharing this and absolutely laughing their asses off at how uneducated these Twitter idiots are.
And I follow a few other, podcasters, and I've seen some of the stories you guys have covered on their podcast. So it's not like you're just swinging at the dark, with
nope.
A wild change.
No, and ours is a little weird because we do like to cover things that are just outlandish once in a while. And we do try to cover some stuff that's more Vermont based, which I guess would be a little bit different than some. But then again, who knows? Some of the Vermont stories go out nationwide too. Not many. It's mostly when Ben and Jerry's fuck up an interview.
Or Bernie Sanders looks grumpy at an inauguration.
Yeah.
I'd like to know some about your history out there. Isn't that where the Green Mountain Boys came from?
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
We're the land of Ethan Allen. We were formed in... actually, fun fact, Vermont was the first state to outlaw slavery. It was 1977. 1777, a year after.
You got it right the first time, I think.
A year after the nation was formed, Vermont formally outlawed slavery. We also have had a fun fact that people don't know about Vermont, including a lot of Vermonters, is we've had equal transgender protection in the state since like 2012.
Wow.
That was put in, which a lot of people just think we're woodsy people up here. We also have, for a blue state, we have some of the laxest gun laws in the country, with the only exception being that our Rhino governor did sign in a 10-round magazine capacity limit a couple of years ago, but that sure hasn't stopped any shop I go to from marking a bin 30-round mags as 10. So it seems to be... Seems to be
if they
nobody
can do
cares.
that kind of stuff in San Francisco, marking up the price of things in a store to $901 just to, keep the theft under control. same kind of theory. You know, who cares what it says on the box? You know, it is what it is when you get it.
Yep, and they got to. It almost makes sense to get scales that measure everything at 3.5 grams, because I'm sure you're aware that, like, San Francisco, up to 3 grams of hard drugs is decriminalized, which is typically what you want to do if you want to, you want a really peaceful, calm, mellow society. You allow people to carry around 3 grams of hard drugs.
We passed the decriminalizing the drugs also in Oregon this last cycle.
Which I've been meaning to ask Sean. Have you seen anything from that? Is that affected the anything in, like?
Well, I mean, I can imagine it's not news that anybody's interested in at this time. You know.
Yeah, that's true.
I still see the regulars, you might want to call them, rolling around, re-drywalling their car at night. You know, these kind of people.
Yep.
But I don't see that it's, I see it's totally going to be positive. If it's anything like what happened in Vancouver and the Netherlands, it's nothing but positivity. You know, focusing more on the, treatment, rather than criminalization. So I voted for it.
We got some comments in here. Marcy Olson says, "Oh my Lanta." That's a Full House reference. I absolutely adore that. That's fun. She also said, "I think Biden has escaped Madame Tussauds overstock room." There is a funny video of the Biden Hall of, was it the Hall of Presidents one? Oh, we got somebody mad in the comments. That's fun. Nick said Xbox PS5 right now. Paul Perez says, how drunk are y'all to bring up politics? Let's stop this shit already. We're trying to have a good fucking time. Stop about politics. What the fuck, bro?
Okay, well, I got a joke for you if you're ready.
Yeah, we're absolutely ready for a joke, Sean.
All right. I hope I don't get canceled. But if a hair-lipped dog says mark, 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 and a hair-lipped cow says moo, what's a hair-lipped pig say?
Boink.
Can I hear your driver's license and registration, please?
Oh, well done, sir.
Very good. Very good.
I'm hoping that was clean enough.
No, it was good. I'm not a... I felt like back towards the beginning of 2021, I've grown a lot this year. And there was definitely a point there where I was like I felt like I was a pretty firm black the blue guy. Like I was like fairly in support of police. And that switched somewhere when I started seeing them do shit like, surrounded a 5-year-old in New York. And that was not the first example. That's just the most recent one.
Exactly.
But a lot of that. Sean, Marcy said Sean's pig joke. Yeah, absolutely hysterical. Well done, Sean.
Bravo.
Oh, Raul.
It's not mine. I plagiarized the hell out of that. I don't know where it came from, but for sure it's not my mind.
Oh, if it's cover, you nailed the cover, my friend.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should use the proper terminology.
Oh, no, I just know that's what when you play somebody else's song, it's a cover. I don't know. When you take, you know what it is when you take another person's joke? It's called Carlos Menciing it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would never dare do like a joke from Richard Pryor or George Carlin or anything like that and call it my own. I definitely say, George Carlin said.
I was on a show. Sorry, G-Dubs.
Oh, no, go for it.
I was on a show called Jokey a while ago. This was like, I think last year maybe, where they do a show that is that's stand-up karaoke. And you do other people's bits, and the competition is to see which comic can do it most true to how the original comic did it. So I did.
That's pretty damn interesting.
I did some Andrew Dice Clay, and then I forget who the hell my second, because I got to pick my first round, and then the second round was just like given to me. I was on the show with Collen. Collen did. Oh God. What was the chubby guy from the Dangerfield? He did Dangerfield, and it was like absolutely on point. He had the cigarette and all, just very, very good. My dice clay was awful, but I had a blast doing it. And yeah, Vita was on that show too. He was actually a guest. So and Vita does a way better dice clay than I could do. But
really?
I will, yeah. Oh, dude, Sean's dice clay is good. Get him in a leather jacket. Or sorry, Matt's dice clay is amazing. You gotta get him a leather jacket, get him a smoke in his hand, and like he'll even do like the over the head, like the smoking it like that, and does the dude, he's on point.
Yeah, I dig Matt there. I think there's a lot to be done there, as far as content.
Yeah. So Raul said I drank a whole 6-pack of stouts. He said I drank 2. I'm all fucked up, brother. Good call, brother. New Year's is coming soon. Marcy said Sean's pig joke. Raul said I have a friend named Back, and he goes by Back. Okay. Marcy said Australia too. Yeah, that place is a little bit crazy, huh? Jason said good evening, fuckers. Good evening, Jason. It's good to have you on the show. Marcy said Sean, what do you call a hippie's wife? I think this is a setup for a joke. I'm excited.
I have no idea.
When the answer comes in, we'll get back and I'll reset it up. Jason said I just got home. Where's the island boy? I'm
Game boy.
I'm pretty sure our resident island boy had to go pick up Manasa. Tried to pronounce her name right, but I can't. Like, it doesn't work.
You said it close.
Okay.
You were close there.
Dude, it's like Kamala. I just can't get it right. Hey, Jesse said, your Christmas prime rib made my dick wiggle. Thank you, Mr. Stugart. Yep. He is my niece's dad, and absolutely love him. And yeah, I cooked up a prime rib on Christmas. And it was phenomenal. I had a good time.
So I gotta say, going back to stealing jokes, one of the moments that I first fell in love with my wife, we were at a party, and we're kind of hanging out, minding our own business, and like people were cracking jokes back and forth, and this guy's like, "Oh, hold on," and started reciting a Collen bit from like top to bottom, acting like it was his own, and she's like, "That's George Carlin." What the fuck is? And I'm like, "I love you. You're so beautiful."
Oh.
Right, man, or just right in the right spot. Knowing what's right.
Yeah.
We got okay. So to reset it up, Sean, what do you call a hippie's wife?
Not sure.
Mississippi. Oh, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good dad joke right there. I like that.
That was good, Mars.
Jason said we're still eating our prime rib roast. Nice. Yeah, I wish I had cooked that much. I only did like 8 pounds, and yeah, I should have just done a whole one. Would have been better. Jesse, though, and anybody that's joined the show, Jason, Nick, Marcy, Jesse, you guys want to hop on? I will post the invite link to StreamYard here, and you guys can hop in if you'd like. It's New Year's Eve. We're playing it loose and having fun. Talking about mobilizing that true Nanashama pressure.
And I have to say that Marcy joined the Facebook family. For me.
Ooh, yeah, I checked yours out. Yeah.
Nice.
You should send a friend request, man. I'll fucking add you.
Okay.
Yeah, you can send one to my personal as well if you want, Sean. That's totally cool. I'd friend you.
Yeah.
And this is on Facebook?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you use it. If not, whatever. You can always hit me up through Instagram, too, if you use that.
Well, I don't know.
I wish sometimes that YouTube had a messaging or a way to directly message people as opposed to just leaving comments.
Yeah.
Because it would make
Well,
life
I'm
a
just so
lot easier.
terrified of the brown shirts showing up at the door that I try to keep my platforms down to a minimum.
That's
I
fair.
do have Facebook, but it's as of the last couple of years, it's been a little bit yanked out of shape.
I pretty much just use it for Messenger and sharing shows because that's where Woolen will post all their shows.
So yeah, mostly I use Messenger. So that's definitely where I would, I'm there. They haven't messed with me. I'll stay there. I don't know. I'm probably just overly paranoid about all this, but
You're not.
That's fair.
You're not.
Nope. Marcy said Sean should have known, but probably has stage fright. Is that true, Sean?
of course I admitted that earlier. I have no business being this old on the internet.
And she said, already I will, GW. Good. Yeah. Yeah, friend us up. We love new friends, especially freedom, positive thinking friends.
Well, even if you're downright like freedom hating friend, I'll still tolerate you. Like I have the widest scope of Facebook friends, and I just shut up because I don't want to piss. Like it. It's not that I don't feel like my opinion's valid. I just don't give a shit to like expel it out into the world.
Yeah, I don't comment on Facebook because I don't want to be arguing for the next 3 hours because I could get more productive shit done. And that's what it'll become because I've tried to, like, I've gotten in arguments over posts and stuff, and it's just like, it's like when people come to defend the New York Times and shit on Veritas, and I'm just like, you people are idiots. Like, I can't handle a level of not looking into things and knowing what's going on, and it's irritating. Jason messaged me. Oh, nice. Boom. Send you a link. And I will send the comment
Would you
section
be
a link
interested
again.
in playing my son's video that I sent to you?
Oh, yeah. Let me hop over there.
I promised him and his buddy that made the thing, that I would try to get you to react to it. I mean, you don't have to react to it on your regular channel. That's fine.
No, I will definitely. And I've been meaning to check it out. It's been a time. Inbox.
Hope I'm not taking up,
Oh, no, you're good.
We're here anyways, so.
Yeah, but, you usually have an agenda. You're not so willy-nilly, but I came in and the whole room just went nuts. So I guess it's just my popularity preceding myself.
No, we're going willy-nilly tonight. That's the fun of specialty show sometimes. It's just a little...
Free balling!
Pretty much. Okay, let that load real quick.
Jesus and Mary and Joseph, where's Collen?
That's a very good question, my friend. I feel like we find ourselves asking that all the time. No, he said he messaged me earlier and told me that he had to pick up Manasa.
I'm sorry. I was just wanting to have you say that name again.
Do I pronounce it like...
Yeah.
It's like... I feel like I gotta like pronounce it like Kamala.
Manasa.
It's Kamala. Or no. Yeah, because it's not Kamala or Kamala. Kamala. I just know that however I pronounce it, I'm going to be called a bigot either way. Even though our former president Barack Obama can't pronounce it right, it's different because I'm an evil white guy. Marcy said, "I don't give a flying fuck. They can come and get me, but they don't care about little old me. I'm pretty low on the list of supposed agitators."
Yeah, Marcy's got a long history of being one of them frontline protesters out there scratching at the system.
Nice. Well, keep up the good work, Marcy.
Somebody's got to do it.
Let's check out this video. You ready, G-Dubs?
I am. Let's do this.
Cliff Bardock and Mike Elvins.
Oh, shit.
We could actually clip it later and post this as a reaction.
Nice.
Been a wandering man for most of my life now. Looking for love in all the wrong places. Searching high, searching low. There's been warm nights and there's been cold nights, and there's been nights where I'm not really sure if that was a man or a woman. But if there's one thing the road's taught me, it's that I'm always home when I'm in my Calvins.
Oh, I had to pause. Obligatory pausing. That's phenomenal. This mullet is killing me, Sean.
See, when I'm wearing my Calvins, I see the world differently. I feel the world differently. It's like I can feel the lungs of Mother Nature slipping a crisp breeze between my cheeks. It's like the sun's rays kissing my skin, just like my uncle used to. Check out the broken hips on her. It's like standing in a river and letting the water wash away all your insecurities. All right, y'all ready to pick teams? Skins? Because when you learn to love yourself, there is no water too cold, and there is no breeze too brisk. Funny thing is, I was always searching on the outside for love, when all I had to do was look inward. And now, I'm always home when I'm in my Calvins. I speak my truth in my Calvins.
Oh, that's great.
So the kid that grads is my son. My eldest.
Yeah, I'll go back. This one?
Yep. That's John Michael Henry.
That's a hell of a name, Sean.
Yeah, I had to give him a ton of names. You know, respect for everybody.
Yeah, that's. He's got 4 names. I'll spell it out. I have 4 names too. I have 2 middle names.
Well, my son goes by John.
Okay. I have a second middle name, which was my mother's maiden name, because my parents, kind of progressive for the time, thought about hyphenating it and then said, "Oh hell no, we don't want our children to go through life having to spell out bent hickory on their tests. That's stupid." So they gave us 2 middle names instead. So both me and my sisters have multiple middle names. Mine are Matthew.
My son complained today about how long it took him to finish the same every day. Can you click on the echo?
Oh, yep. Sorry, I always forget to pull that down.
Yeah, way to go, man. Way to ruin it.
Yeah, because Marcy was already there saying, "Sean, turn down your speakers." No,
it's not me.
That was not Sean's fault at all. That was the drunk magician himself, just not being great. It looks like Jason's on the program to join us. Sean, you ready to meet Jason?
Hell yeah. Come on.
Hell yeah. Jason, welcome to the show, brother. How you doing?
Hey, what's happening, Jason?
Not much. Had to work today. Didn't like that.
I hear you, dude. I don't like any day I have to work.
I wouldn't know.
G-Dubs is on permanent vacation.
Today in the snow. That was horrible.
You what, Sean?
Built a fence today in the snow.
Oh, God.
I'm still not warm.
Why?
Just working retail. Why build a fence?
I'm not sure.
In the
but
snow.
It's worth money to me because he's paying us. So, I mean,
okay, yeah.
Sometimes you gotta
keep. I would have waited till like August to do that.
Sometimes you gotta keep Lauren Boebert's raccoons out of your yard, you know.
Actually, I found out that the house that I'm building the fence around was Cottage Grove's very first brothel.
Nice.
I did not know that until today. Yeah.
No, that
is sweet.
So
it is. It's like from 1889 or something like that is when it was built.
And with the degeneracy that is the West Coast, that's like a landmark, right? Like there's a big plaque out in front that's like proud and it has a photo of the haggard old lady who used to be the madam.
No, the gentleman that lives there is a retired Boeing dude. Evidently invented the 747's tail fin. And so he doesn't want any advertisement or anybody coming by. He doesn't even hang the, built on date. A lot of our houses in town have that built in 18 whatever.
Yeah, there's message to everybody out there: if you study hard, kids, and go to school, someday you can live in an old brothel too.
Yeah,
it's kind of the American dream. I'm not gonna lie. That's something I've been wanting. That's for sure.
I know any house I live is a brothel.
I like to call it the Hickory Stables because there's a lot of men.
The drunken, underwhelming paddock.
That's right.
Have you heard of that brothel / taxidermy place?
No.
Yeah, their marquee says that we'll stuff your stiff or stiff your stuff.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's stupid. Anyway.
That's a great dad joke.
Tell us about yourself.
Yeah, Jason, what's up? How was your Christmas, good sir?
It was great. Tiring. Whole family was up, so it was good.
That's great.
What'd Santa bring you?
Movies. A lot of booze for the house.
Nice.
I don't.
Oh, you could send it over. We'll trade with you.
Yeah.
The Hickory, the Drunken Underwhelming, and GW Foley's booze for whatever else you need fund. We can,
I will gladly take booze. Like, dude, I gotta say, since Hickory never asked me, I gotta say, I had a terrible moment on Boxing Day, guys.
Oh, I'm sorry.
yeah,
No, it's all right.
that's sad. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to neglect you, GW.
No, it's an important story that I need to tell. So I loaded a bowl full of like Christmas Day leftovers, and I ate it, and it was a big bowl, I admit, but I'm a big boy, so I figured I could handle it.
Yep.
And then I made myself a White Russian, and then promptly puked.
Oh.
Yeah,
Ew.
like what a waste of alcohol.
And
Yeah.
food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Well, you got to take your chances sometimes.
Yeah.
Certain things sound good.
Wife told me I was drinking too much. I was like, no, that's not true. I've been eating too much.
Yeah, the
Well, there
full
probably
puke.
wasn't no room for a Russian in there. So
No, definitely not.
Yeah, that's a heavy drink right there. Nick said, "Don't want them digging up the cornhole." I don't know what he was talking about, but I agree. That's true. Oh, is he talking about the raccoons? For the Sean built a raccoon wall to keep them out from the whorehouse. So, he's a good guy like that. Marcy said, "Oops, sorry." I assume that's to Sean. Yeah, I'm sorry, Marcy. I sometimes I get a little sloppy and I forget to mute the. That's the hardest part is I forget to mute the screen share and then it gets all reverby and feedbacky and yeah. I
Sounded
apologize.
like a fucking Mudhoney concert.
Yeah. Maybe that's
Hickory's
the goal.
production skills are kind of like throwing a hot dog down a hallway, right?
Sideways.
She'll take another piece of pie. Sorry. I don't know if anybody's going to get that reference. That was a No Effects song from the 90s, late 80s, early 90s called Hot Dog in a Hallway about loving a very, very obese woman. Anyways.
Roller and flour and aim it for the wet spot.
That's right.
What
Old school.
happened?
And
Why
thank you
doesn't
very
Nick
much
come
for
on
playing
the
that
show?
video.
Anyway.
I don't know
Oh,
why
I'm
Nick
sorry.
doesn't come on, but oh, Marcy said that's okay. Have a shot and forget about it. Yes. Yep. I'll have to crack another beer and drink the sorrows away. I was feeling pretty guilty about it. Oh, Sean's getting to the bottom of it.
Dead soldier.
Woo! Thank you for not.
Oh no. Soldier down.
Sean, do you call them wounded soldiers when people leave drinks? Because that's been a common thing up here. But then my buddy who moved up from Massachusetts, because that place is a flaming shithole, said that they call them Larrys.
Larry.
Yeah, when you leave part of a beer out, it's called a Larry. And I don't know why. I just assumed that there was one guy who only drank half a beer in Massachusetts at one point named Larry.
I can only assume that it's the genetics in Oregon that have not allowed us to come up with the creative, phraseology for that.
Genetics called alcoholism. Nick said, my camera doesn't work on my phone. It got run over. Did it get run over by a reindeer, Nick?
My
'Cause
camera got run over by a reindeer walking home from my house one Christmas Eve. Some people say they don't believe in Santa, but for me and my cell phone, we believe.
Yes.
That's right. Go, Brandon.
Sometimes I call my wife Rudolph.
Hey, I didn't. We didn't finish up that guy from Oregon that trolled Biden there. He's going to be running for office evidently in Medford.
Oh no shit! What a
Oh,
great
shit.
what a great promotion he's got there. That was well planned.
Oh yeah, there's so many Silverados with gun racks in Oregon that you wouldn't believe. He's definitely going to have a run.
Well, I always pictured Seattle and Oregon as or not Seattle, but Washington and Oregon as West Coast versions of Vermont, where most of the state is woodsy, backwoods,
Yeah, rural.
hillbillies, you would say, and like you have a few urban areas where the lefties control everything, and everyone else just wants to be left fuck alone and deal with the woods.
Yep.
Yeah. Most of our hippies are located in Eugenia and Portland. Oh, excuse me, Eugene. I mispronounced it.
Say, Sean, do normal people even go to Portland anymore?
Not a lot. Nobody's really talking about it. If they do,
I mean, I wouldn't.
I mean, it literally. My son, my youngest son, and his baby's mama, my ex, she moved to Colorado to get out of Portland, and just before they left, my son got in a little bit of trouble with the law. You know, some sort of grand theft auto kind of, not like, it wasn't grand theft, but it was like the game.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know, where you run from the cops and you shouldn't, and all kinds of havoc happens. And he's real lucky that he was only 17, and pretty much all that's going to be expunged. So, they split out of Portland. But the whole deal is nobody got in trouble. Nobody was getting arrested. If they did get arrested, they got let out the next day. You know, no law, basically. Yep. It's like lawless land out here.
New York's kind of like that, assuming you commit the right crime. New York City, like the guy who lit the Fox Christmas tree on fire was released that same day. Meanwhile, the cops show up to kick a 5-year-old out from having dinner because he didn't have his papers on him. Like, it's so...
Where are your papers?
But yeah, I agree, G-Dubs, that I've always assumed Oregon was much like Vermont in that there's pockets in the city areas that are like super far left progressive, like this, like Burlington. Defunded the police last year, have quickly decided that was a fucking awful idea, and now they're looking to hire more officers. Meanwhile, nobody wants to be a goddamn cop around here because they've been talking shit about them for a year and a half. So good luck refunding Burlington, and you guys can live in the squalor that you voted for. And us hillbillies down here with the stockpiles of weapons will just continue enjoying I'm armed and you're armed, so let's not be assholes to each other. Because that's kind of
that's
how it
pretty
operates.
Much the main theme of every religion on the planet Earth is just don't be a dick.
Yep. And it tends to work. Oh, Marcy said, pretty good description talking about Eugenia. She said, I live in Eugenia. I'm sorry to hear that, Marcy.
She does. She lives on the folds of it.
She said it's corporate California and Eugene, Oregon. Yeah. Well, I mean, we kind of got that going on federally right now, too. Corporate California is taking over. But so many people... I actually saw a thing... you guys see the top 2 states losing population in 2021 were California and New York.
Yeah, and they're all moving to fucking Vermont.
No, you guess what the 2 biggest population increases were?
Austin, Texas, and I don't know the other one.
Florida. Yep. Texas and Florida. People leaving New York. Yeah, we've probably increased our population 100,000 in Vermont this past couple of years, which is awful because those are shitty city people that are going to vote for garbage.
Actually, it's mostly human.
Oh, sorry.
In Vermont?
Yeah, it's a lot of people coming from Europe and stuff.
Huh. Wow, I thought those people hated us too, so it's good to see that. Hopefully the based Europeans that want to support our First and Second Amendment move here, that would be nice.
It's just crazy. You force everybody to move, and then the next thing you know, it's going to be like diluted out, and it's going to be more homogenous. You know, all one. You know, and maybe it's like a strategy.
Marcy said, "Florida, WTF." I agree. It's way too hot down there for me to live in. If I was going to move states, I'd probably move to New Hampshire. Move right into the Free State Project. Go support them boys. They're doing good work. I don't know. You familiar with Free State, Sean?
I've heard the term, but I'm not sure about what specifically you're speaking of.
There's a group of libertarians that have taken over sections of New Hampshire by moving people in. And they are creating the Free State Project is a colony of libertarians into derailing what the establishment politicians want, and it's amazing. They're reducing taxes. They are increasing freedom. It's a cool movement. It's a lot like
definitely.
it's a lot like the Chaz, but productive. With less shootings and more peace. It's kind of ironic, right? We're all told that the far right's all these violent assholes, and meanwhile they've got a section of New Hampshire that's like the most safe place you can live in America.
Here's a problem. As a small L libertarian, I hate other libertarians. and so
I just hate all other people, I think, is the issue. G-Dubs, I gotta run out real quick. You good for a sec?
yeah,
Okay.
let's do this.
Cool. I'll see you boys in a...
All right.
And now it's quiet. Like I never realized how loud his stream is until he's gone. And now I'm like, holy shit, I can hear shit. This is amazing.
What are we gonna do with our moment of capture here? We
I
got.
don't know. I feel like I'm in like the middle of some weird gang war because you're both wearing red and I'm in blue.
Hey, yeah, SA. What are you gonna do about it?
I'm gonna ducktail and run.
Oh, I'm in the shed, so I got to be wearing my hefty coat. This is where I do all my business in the bunkhouse.
I'm wearing my work shirt from a certain store.
Well, we won't talk about that certain one because I imagine it starts with a W.
Nope. Starts with an
B?
H.
Oh, well, then, yeah, you're East Coast. I wouldn't have any clue.
We
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm presuming you're East Coast. Are you East Coast, Jason?
Yeah, I'm up north from Foley and the guys.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
all
like
your
about-
stores are named different than our stores out here. Like
Yeah.
Kroger stores or Fred Meyer's here.
Yeah, I know the company has stores out west, but I'm not sure what they're called.
Mm.
So when I lived in Minneapolis, I used to work for a bank that had stores in Cup Foods, which really sucked. Being a bank inside a credit or being a bank inside a grocery store. Like, I don't know if they have those in Oregon.
They do.
Yeah, it's the worst job ever. And like you would have to go out on the floor, talk to people trying to do their shopping. Like the holiday season was the worst, like especially around Thanksgiving when everyone's trying to like do stuff and walking up and be like, hey, have you ever thought about opening up a bank account? And they're like, dude, I have my crazy ass grandmother-in-law, 3 crazy nephews, a niece that's pregnant with her 5th kid from 6 baby daddies. I'm like, yeah.
There was a double up there somewhere.
That's the perfect time to open up a bank account. Come on. You're rolling in money.
Perfect time. Marcy,
I
comment.
usually give them the riot protest if they try to offer me a bank account. I haven't had a bank account in 16 years. I checked out of the, system a little while ago. Shunned by everyone for doing so. Not pulling my weight. You're worthless because you ain't got a job. Even though I was always had something going on. But yeah, it's just. I don't even know where I was going with that. You got me drunk, god damn it.
It's a side effect of the show, my friend.
Welcome to the Drunken Under Quarantine show.
That's right.
All right, now that Hickory's back, I got to piss.
You got it. So Marcy said, I hope they grow in national status, talking about free state. Absolutely agree, Marcy. It's good to see that kind of thing going on, that people actually do believe in freedom still in this country. Because if you read, she said, I'm in black, baby. That might have been something I missed during the show, but I
don't know. She'd been talking about making a ninja uniform, but I don't know if that has anything to do with it.
Ooh. I will share this. This is one of my favorite. I wanted to share one of my favorite things. Oh, there we go. Nick said banks can't be trusted anymore, like our government. Yes, because they're kind of part of it, and yeah, all that money is tied up in a lot of stuff. I wanted to go around. I figured I'd ask you guys what your favorite part of 2021 was. And while I know that's a very difficult question because there's a lot of crazy, fun shit that happened, I will say my first early part of 2021, and not that I'm condoning his behavior, but I'm just glad that this man was entered into the mainstream media. Lethcon, the QAnon shaman. I'm glad. I'm glad that I got to see a lot of photos of this dude just walking around being crazy. Not by any means condoning the idiocy of actually walking into the Capitol after the Capitol Police usher you in, because that is just straight up dumb. And most of those people should have known what the hell was going on, which was not a protest. It was a...
Well, it kind of got confusing when the federal agents themselves were coming out there and selling tickets and escorting people in like ushers into a theater.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, people escorted that guy in, and basically the cops escorted the shaman in to one of the rooms. The video was up somewhere on the internet, and basically said, just don't try not to break anything.
Who else? I mean, they couldn't have painted that dude any better unless he was like in an Elmo costume.
Yeah. No, he's like perfect. Like he fits the exact description of what the media needed to be like, look how crazy these people are.
They probably had some sort of, what's his name? Baldwin crew put together the outfit for the whole fucking thing.
Oh, G-Dubs is back. Sorry, G-Dubs.
Oh, it's all right.
I'm getting a little seasick bouncing around the screen.
Yeah, sorry about that, Sean. I don't mean to rock the boat.
Nah, I'm all good. I'll only puke in my bucket if I have to.
Nick said, no magic tonight. Hickory, Sean needs a card trick. That's not actually a bad idea. I didn't even think about that.
I'll do it right now.
Yeah, hold on. I don't have anything prepared, but I always keep it.
As you're preparing, I will say I love the show. Well, I love the fact that I have a green screen behind me because, like, if I take the green screen down, my pisser is right there.
Oh, man.
It's wicked easy access.
I'm sitting with the door open and listening to the show. And I'm like, I'm so glad I have my green screen up.
I have a green sleeping bag back here, but I don't think you can put anything on it.
I think you could.
I've been thinking about having like a green screen and like having fire raging behind me but that might be distracting.
I thought about doing that for the YouTube videos that I do. For anyone who doesn't know and is watching, GW Foley is the channel Foley Kills a Podcast. Trying to get that 1,000 subscriber mark. That's my new challenge. But yeah, like when I first so let me take it back a couple steps. We did a show called Comedy Thunderdome in Middlebury, where Jason lives, and part of the show we did a show called Behind the Dome, where the host of Thunderdome went on and kind of did the storylines of what was happening the next week, kind of as a recap to like keep people informed of what was happening if they missed a week. And one of the things that he did was he had a flame background behind him as he did the show, and I thought about doing that as a homage to Behind the Dome, and then I'm like, nah, fuck it, that's a lot of work.
Speaking of that, well, Thunderdome Foley, when is that starting back up again?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I as much as I hate to say it, be prepared for it not to come back.
And it might actually pop up somewhere else from the secret text messages and things I've seen. Is that there's rumor that
people just want me to lose my title. That's the real reason.
That's true.
I want you to defend your title. Not lose it.
Amen.
And familiar with this contest.
We'll fill you in a second. Nick said, didn't mean to put you on the spot, Kyle. He's referring to me. For those who don't know, I'll let it slip. That's my first name. Hickory's my last name. It's my family name. It's a good, strong name, which is why I use it as my first when I perform.
Regular chip off the old block. Huh?
That's right. Fun fact is that it's actually a differentiation for me because when I perform as Kyle Hickory, that's when I perform stand-up. And I perform in the Steve Austin format of stand-up where it's my personality just turned up to a 10, and that's how I do stand-up. But when I perform magic, I prefer Hickory the Drunken Underwhelming. It's fun, it's catchy, it really gets the character across. Because, Sean, sad that you won't be able to see a full show of mine, but at some point we'll get you out here, or I'll get out there, and we'll do it. But for those who don't know, my show progresses very much like I really suck for the first 15 minutes, and then things start to go right, and then things start to really go right. And then by the end, when the signed dollar bill is in the fucking lemon that's been sitting on the table the entire show, people are like, wow, okay. He's drunk, but it was not that underwhelming by the end of the show. And that's how I present myself. There's also times where if you see me for a short show, I'll just go out and botch 5 card tricks in a row and have a great time doing it, and get hammered while I'm on stage. It's half presentation art and it's half a reason to get hammered while I'm at a comedy club.
Okay. I don't know. As Hickory and Jason can probably answer this question for me, but what would you think my quote unquote Steve Austin, I don't see the difference between me on stage and me in real life.
No, me neither, to be honest, but I think that's because your genuine personality presents so well on stage. And
now tell me the truth here. Have you been GW? Have you been, out there in the, world before I've seen you here?
Oh yeah, GW.
Because I swear that I have seen you somewhere, and your tone, your face, the whole thing here, it's reminds me of, I just can't place it. I
get that a lot, and I'm assuming that if you see one ginger, they all kind of look alike.
Don't get me started on my theory of gingerhood. I believe there's only 2 types of ginger. The ones you can't really look at without punching a small hole in a piece of paper, and absolutely gorgeous ones. So I would say you're the latter. So.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Sorry, I slipped that in like I would a girl of mine.
Oh gosh, tell me more.
Shit. You're gonna make me blush everywhere.
I'm already blushing. That could be also 3 beers in. But...
Could be. Might not be. Could be. Sean, yeah, let's do a card trick here. So,
all right.
Just a normal deck of cards. I'm gonna riffle down through. I'm gonna have you stop whenever you want. There's no tricks, no dicking around here.
Stop.
Do you want the one that's here or the one that's here?
On top, please.
That one?
That's the one.
You're good with the King of Hearts? Okay. What I'm gonna do is we're going to pick a name. Now, it wouldn't be fair if you used the name Sean Henry because I could have guessed that before. Wrote it down. We're going to have you pick a name, a place, a time, a couple numbers, whatever you think. And we're going to write it on this card to make sure that there's no way that I would have known to write this on a card before.
All right.
You were on.
How about Bohemia?
You got to test my spelling. No, we're good. Fortunately, I didn't have a Sharpie, so hopefully one of these pens work. Might have to go grab a Sharpie. That'd be very unsatisfying.
That happens to be our gold district here in Cottage Grove. It's one of the biggest gold districts in Oregon back in the day.
Bohemian.
Yeah, Bohemian Mining District.
I crisis. What the whopper man? Scaramouche, let me do the fandango.
That's all I can think of.
Very, very frightening.
We can't sing too much. We can't
Oh.
sing too much. We
What?
don't want to get copyright.
Well, no,
There's
just
no way I'm that good.
that's Sean's got a good point. It's that my singing is so magic. I try not to do it too much. Although I did listen back to the show when you made the Eastbound and Down comment. And I was like, damn, I actually sounded kind of good singing that. That was
Yeah, I told you nailed it.
I know, but you're so kind that I was like, even if I suck, Sean probably would have been like, oh,
Literally, if you busted out like Mariah Carey, I'd have been all like, that's fucking bullshit. That ain't Hickory.
All
No.
I want for Christmas is Hickory.
I will say I used to sing in a band. That was a thing that I used to do. I will have to bring up some. Actually, been meaning to post an old song or two that I've written to the channel just to see what people think. Prove that I am a magician. I can literally do anything that I set my magical powers to.
Exactly. I mean,
You can barely see it.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
That's good enough that I couldn't have duplicated that if I tried. What we're going to do, Sean, is I am going to take that card and tear it the fuck up. And put it inside that little card box. And I know you've wanted to figure this one out. So I figured I'd show you live to show you that there's no pre-rehearsed, I'm cheating with my guests or anything. There's nothing worked out ahead of time. That I genuinely don't use what we in the magic field refer to as stooges or anything like that. There's no plants. There's no mirrors. There's no leprechauns. I would like to get down with the unicorn before I die. But we'll grab. This is a bad boy that came up this year who found it. Oh, Jason said, I have issues with the phone. Understood. Jason, thanks for stopping by, brother. I hope you have a beautiful New Year's. But yeah, for those who didn't know, this came to the show earlier this year. That was this year, 2021. Back when the internet decided that Mr. Potato Head should just be Potato Head. And while it was presented like a gender posture thing, it was really just Hasbro being like, hey, if we make Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head and put them in the same box, we only have to make one set. We could just call it Potato Head. The funny part afterwards, I'm like, damn, that's a good, yeah, it was just good marketing. But,
Oh, yeah.
crappy marketing because they phrased it like they were all, yeah. Anyways, so
They were virtue signaling.
yes, they
Yeah.
were. If we rub the wand on the pack of bicycle cards.
Oh, shit.
Oh, we got a. Oh, okay. Jason sent a private message, said BRB, and then he was gone. Maybe he'll be back. We'll find that while your card is not fixed, that it has transformed to a different card, which is always fun. Apparently, Sean's spirit card was a 10 of diamonds. Yeah, looks about right. That checks out. But what you have seen on screen since we brought up the whole premise of doing a card trick is in fact right on this board. There's a card right here, and if we were to take it and open it back up.
All right. The King of Hearts. And it says Bohemia on it.
It says Bohemian.
Nice.
That's fucking crazy, man.
So yeah, thank you.
I can't figure out how that works yet.
Oh, that's because it's magic, Sean. And someday I might take you back in the shed and.
Well, I'm telling you what,
well,
I'm planning an amazing road trip. So keep that in mind.
Nice. Okay, I will look forward to it. Jason, welcome back.
Yay!
Yeah.
You missed the card trick, man.
Well, I saw
It
it.
worked.
Okay, good. Welcome back. Before we get out of here, because we are running over, but having a good time. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us. Thanks, everybody down there in the comment section. Marcy, Nick, thank you for being here. Nick says, someday you will believe. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, you just need me to show you the wand in person, and you'll know what I'm talking about.
Ooh,
Oh,
kinky.
no. Hickory stump in action.
That's right. Actually, my brother-in-law, a really cool gift he got me was so when I was at the Lego store back when I was getting LASIK down at the mall down by the place where I got my LASIK done, there was a Lego store. And so we went in and they had Harry Potter stuff for Legos. And I am not a Harry Potter dude. I do use the word muggle. For those who don't know, a muggle is a non-magician. That's what magicians call non-magicians.
Been waiting to ask that question forever.
Oh yeah, so that's a Harry Potter reference, and Muggles are non-magic people. So if I ever use the firm like my Muggle life, it's when I'm not a magician, when I'm just grinding it out in the day to day. That's the Muggle life. But the other fun part is that my non-magician friends know that the beautiful assistant is a Muggle, and so they all harass me by calling me a Muggle fucker. Which is fair, I suppose.
Oh shit! Is there an outfit that you wear?
I'm working on getting her a set outfit because I'm like, honey, you need a Instagram and a TikTok,
3-piece suit of sorts,
and then we can start a little Hickory group where we all have revolving content that revolves around each other and stuff.
Only fans.
Yeah, no, I have thought about that too. We've been talking behind the scenes about starting a Vermont Comedy Outlaws OnlyFans. That would be like GW, me, Pierre, Ryan Kenyon, and Kevin McTaggart. Which, I mean, would either get lots of people checking it out or people just really repulsed.
The only problem is I'm only willing to show butthole. Like I am not going to do dick and balls. Like I will show my ass till the cows come home. Like I will bend over and spread cheeks. Like I'm getting a fucking proctology exam. But like I will not show my dick and balls.
Well, I see that you can draw a line. That's really wonderful.
Yep. Yeah. G-Dubs has standards.
I do. Well, I do.
But okay, so back what I was getting to. Before we get out of here, I want to go around and ask you guys, as much as it's hard to limit it down to one thing about 2020 that you really love, maybe a couple things. What were your favorite moments of 2021? And I already shared part of mine was that the entire world got introduced to this dude, the QAnon shaman.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah, he adds a smile to my face, even though I might think he's an idiot, and that he probably really hurt the narrative, hurt the cause that he may have believed in by doing what he did, which is, I mean, true about a lot of stuff. But yeah, that one, just the fact that guy was a household, like the QAnon shaman was a household phrase by the end of 2021, still makes me chuckle deep down. But figured that was one of the bright things that I thought about 2021. Another was the rise of Let's Go Brandon, because I think it's one of the funniest goddamn memes ever. And the fact that it was started by an NBC reporter is even funnier. Although I will say my heart goes out to Brandon Brown, who apparently is having a hard time getting sponsors now.
Yeah,
which is fucked up because dude had nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? But people are like not wanting to sponsor him now. And I was like, what? Like, dude literally had nothing to do with the meme. He won a race. That's all that happened. That's all. His entire input was his name was Brandon, and he won a goddamn race. And meanwhile, yep, career's up shit's creek because the lefties are salty about Let's Go Brandon. Which raises the question:
I don't know.
which
I
lefties
guess I
watch
would
NASCAR?
have to say, I would probably have to say that just my interaction on the internet and the positivity that I've got from it throughout not only just your channel but a whole bunch of others. I've not been. You popped my cherry tonight, so you got the first swing at it.
Nice.
But I'm hoping that some other channels are gonna throw me out there and see what happens.
Nice.
I absolutely have nothing to do in my life but live in the shed and take care of my quadriplegic uncle. That's my job.
And a lot of fairly popular channels started off as comment channels. Most notably, I don't know if you're familiar, anybody on the show is familiar with him, but the YouTube channel Mr. Obvious. He's
Yes.
okay, yep.
I
He's
will definitely check it out.
kind of political. Well, correction, it's mostly political. He's a dude on the right side of the spectrum, and he posts a lot of videos just kind of ragging on the left and pointing out stuff and their inconsistencies or highlighting stories that he thinks are important. It's really interesting. But yeah, he started out as literally a guy who just used to post comments, and now he's got, I don't know, a couple 100,000 subs and produces pretty good content on the regular. Not quite as often as one would like, but the poor dude has been shadow banned and monetized like a lot of the more right-wing commentator guys have. You kind of have to float in the Tim Pool spectrum of fence sitting in order to survive, I think, in the current political setting. Or just be a full-blown leftoid. That really helps too, I suppose. John, I want to ask, are you... we'll get back to the 2021 question. Familiar with Styx?
The band?
No, Styx Axe and Hammer? The
No.
YouTuber? Okay.
No.
Are you, Jason?
Sounds familiar.
Are you, G-Dubs?
No.
Okay. He's a 500,000 sub guy on YouTube. Big on BitChute, Odyssey, Rumble. Libertarian creator that is from Rutland, Vermont, and would absolutely,
Oh, wow.
would absolutely
All right.
love to get a shot at talking to him at one point. He is currently an expat. He lives in Amsterdam right now because he got married to a beautiful girl from over there, and he's just a cool. He looks like a hippie. You know, he's got long hair. He's very kind of scrawny, thin build. He's an ex-Satanist, which is really like an interesting perspective. It's actually where I learned a lot about Satanism. Not that I am one, but I like to know about people's different faith structures. And that's actually where I found out that Satanism isn't about Satan at all. It's more about pleasuring of self. And yeah, he's just an interesting dude. He posts half of his stuff's about occult things, and the other half is pretty much political. He's really good at poll analysis, and I mean, I'm pretty sure he's called like most of the major elections and announcements for running and stuff. But yeah, he's just a dude from Vermont, so I figured I'd ask if you knew about him because he is, I don't know, on the more famous side of the
It was Styx what?
Styx Hexenhammer 666.
Okay.
Which is funny because he's often explained that he keeps the name because anybody that is so close-minded that shut that off at the name probably shouldn't be on the channel anyways because he's going to say something that offends you. And yeah, he does. He's one of the few guys pushing for alt tech. He does 2 videos on YouTube a day, and there's 2 alt tech exclusive that go up to like Odyssey, Rumble, BitChute, and the others, and really trying to get people to migrate over, which is great.
Yeah, Spotify and Odyssey have. That's where I go to watch Brett Weinstein and
Okay.
Heather on the Dark Horse podcast.
Great
And I've
podcast.
been sending out stuff to them, by the way, and I have yet to hear back.
Oh,
But I would like to approach him and ask him to be able to decipher his intelligence to us, drunken type people, you know, regular Americans.
yep.
You know, like how would my question would be to him is how would you come on to a show like this and not compromise your integrity?
Yep.
Because that's one thing I don't want. You know, him showing up on a drunken show and finding out that, you know, he's been canceled.
Yep. Yeah, which we would hate too because
Right.
and which is you
It would ruin our rep. First off,
True.
to have such a revered to have killed or canceled such a revered person.
He reminds me of, he would be like a Bob Newhart, in my opinion, as far as comedy goes. He's got a really dry sense of humor, and it's always spinning, and his wife is always right there with the whip and chair to keep him shut up. Because it's usually pretty corny stuff that he makes jokes about, you know. But I love the guy, so.
Yeah, I would love to have more people on like that. People we can really get down and ask questions and maybe even end up recording a separate video that we upload to another platform where we can speak a little more openly on a lot of stuff would be great.
And what really intrigues me is that he's got such a huge following that people will follow him wherever he goes.
Yep.
And then the next thing you know, everybody and their dog is subscribed to the Hickory's channel. So that's kind of what I was thinking.
Speaking of which, next week coming up, we have one of the biggest shows we've had. Sean, you know, right? I think I let it slip to you.
You did. It's beautiful, beautiful thing.
Yep. I'm very, very excited. Our guest next week has not only been mentioned on Timcast IRL, he's also been mentioned by Glenn Beck. He's been on a handful of other podcasts that are far more successful than ours, far less drunk, and, probably equally entertaining, but I'm not one to judge. I think on a normal show we have a good thing going. I think on these shows it's fun and more hangout culture, and I enjoy that. I appreciate you guys for showing up. But next week, Brad Semikis from 5 Times August will be on the program. That's going to be absolutely phenomenal. I'm excited to have him on to chat, to see his opinions on stuff. I want to ask him I got a couple questions about his experience with YouTube censorship and demonetization with Sad Little Man, which is actually how he ended up commenting me, and he was the first ever person to send me anything via Venmo, and like internet related, not personally, but which got my attention.
Dick sucking business is going so well.
Yes. The other side of my Venmo, Hickory Swallows, which is not just about birds and trees, is.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'm intrigued.
I am a magician. I've been known to kill a couple doves by accident. But we got in contact. I asked him. He said yes, and then literally like the next week, he got mentioned on Timcast and Collen Beck, and a couple other programs. But I have. I think my reaction to Sad Little Man's up to over 2,000 views or something. And I've done a couple of his songs since. The song Joe is especially great. And that's one's worth checking out. The melody to that tune is beautiful.
I like that Will Not Go Quietly. That was
a good tune too. Yeah, he's an amazing songwriter. A really just down-to-earth dude. And not to mention, some of those pretty man eyes I've ever seen, I gotta say. It's, yeah. I don't want to get weird, and I'm going to try not to hit on him next week, but yeah, dude's a pretty guy, He's a good-looking fella.
I'm so gonna hit on him.
Yeah.
You're gonna make him feel real uncomfortable.
I'm pretty sure Collen will hit on him.
I think it's going to be it's going to be fun to see what he thinks, because it's going to be the weirdest show he's ever been on, for sure. Like we can pretty much guarantee, right? Like that there's not many shows as weird as the Drunken Under Quarantine show.
I can't say that. Come on now.
No? Okay.
No, there's plenty of people out there that make attempts to meet your quality of show, but
that's fair. And we try. No, not quality though, just weirdness. It's something we like to. It's right on the.
Well, you have to have a quality of weird. You can't just have random weird.
Yeah,
that won't fly. It's got to be acceptably weird.
Yes.
Like Saucy Santa. That was hilarious.
Oh, Saucy Santa. Man. Yeah, all the comments I got about that one, and people in real life just being like, dude, that was the funniest show you guys have ever done. And I'm like,
yeah,
I feel like I say that every time Saucy Santa's on. Like, that was his third appearance on the show, and it just gets better every single time. And I'm glad I have the magical pull to get Santa on. It's a beautiful thing. He's phenomenal. I honestly wish we could do like a monthly show with Santa, but I don't know if people would get sick of it or not.
No.
I don't think I would want to do a monthly show with Santa, because I'm afraid that he would cut me up for fucking crack money.
That's probably true. Yeah, twice a year is a good safe amount where he's probably not going to hunt us out because he doesn't think we can afford him. You know what I mean? Like, if he thought we could afford him every month, it'd be different. He might.
What think about shooting the coffee dilemma with Santa?
Ooh. The hot cocoa dilemma.
But make it over like the whole year of not being at work.
Oh, that's a good idea, Sean. You got a good idea for a rewrite. Nick Waters said bougie.
I always wonder, am I bougie? Like I don't feel I'm bougie, but like there's certain moments in my life where I'm just like, I'm too bougie for this shit.
I don't know.
I guess I need the definition of bougie.
Identify more as ratchet, I suppose. I don't know. These are just words I heard in a Megan Thee Stallion song, so I'm not entirely sure what any of them mean.
Oh, wow.
Did you have a chance to react to the Grinch from Dax?
No, so to be quite fair, Sean, or quite honest and upfront, is that when I was out of work with COVID, I pre-recorded almost through New Year's because it's a crazy time in the Muggle job. So no, once January hits, I'll be fresh reactions up. But
all right, well, I won't spoil it for you by saying a lot.
No, there was two from what I've seen in comments and online. There's two good Grinch songs this year, and I haven't seen either yet because I'm holding off until I can react to it.
There's a right wing version out there that's pretty interesting.
And then there's a Nick Natoli, I think his name is Nick Natoli. He did a Grinch one too. And apparently he's like a ghostwriter and stuff. And I think I reacted to like two of his songs a while ago. Somebody said he like ghostwrites for Snoop and stuff, which wouldn't surprise me because I'd assume none of those guys write their own shit anymore. So, Nick said he can afford it. He has the elves working for him. Yeah, but we can't afford Santa. His time is valuable, bro. He said, and then he steals from naughty kids.
I got the definition from Microsoft Bing for bougie.
Bougie?
All right.
Inflexible surgical instrument for exploring or dilating a passage of the body.
That sounds like a speculum.
But here's the Urban Dictionary, which I am more firm to believe.
Yeah, that sounds more like the one we're talking about.
People pretending to or think they are high class, but they are really not, or don't realize they aren't. Example, that bitch with the Louis Vuitton bag and designer glasses complaining about her expired coupons at Target is bougie. Example 2, the hoes who go wine tasting but still live with their parents are bougie.
Hoity-toity then, huh? All right.
Like I said, I can be. I think I can be bougie. Not that I'm trying to be.
You're a little more upclass
than degrees, I'm bougie.
He said, "Hell yeah!" I don't know if he was agreeing to that or not, but anyways, we're like 45 over.
What?
Yeah, dude, that hour and 45 went fast.
Holy, is this one of your longer ones? I would imagine.
Yeah, we're probably like 10 minutes from a record.
Oh hell, are we gonna stop now, or are we gonna just push on through?
Yeah, because we might keep that for you, Sean. We're gonna be on for the solo show.
Well, don't tempt me. I can watch 3-hour shows with my eyes closed.
Yeah, me too. But I end up falling asleep because I'm.
Your eyes are closed.
Yeah, it gets the best of me. Before we get out of here, you guys have anything you want to say? Any lingering things about 2021 or anything you're looking forward to on 2022?
Yeah, I haven't heard GW or Jason's.
Yeah, what do you guys? What was your favorite moment or moments from 2021?
My favorite moment was being able to perform again.
Yeah.
Which is near and dear to my heart. I love that. And my least favorite moment is Omicron and everyone fucking deciding to get sick. So COVID numbers are going back up and everyone's freaking the fuck out.
It's true. What about you, Jason?
Immaculate deception.
Favorite moments of the year. First off, this show still being on.
Yeah. It's incredible. It's all right. GW and I are going to do the show forever at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're keeping the name.
Yep.
Probably the highlight from during Christmas because I took Sunday. I requested this past Sunday off, so I had Thursday night until Monday morning with most of my family here.
Nice.
The best highlight of all that time was my 2-year-old niece. Someone had said something to her, and I said my niece's name, and I'm like, and a certain phrase, and I didn't think she would say it. All of a sudden, my dad and myself, we just looked at her and go, "What did you just say?" She said, "Let's go, Brandon." That was fucking hilarious.
Let's go,
man,
Brandon.
there's
Struck
fun
twice
to-
this Christmas. Oh, that's beautiful. Which funny, Nick said in the comments, let's go, Brandon. Yes. Positive for LGB.
I have another moment that like is the best for 2021. Was I got to see my first show with Hickory.
Yeah, that's
We
true.
went to Guar.
Yep. We
And,
watched Biden get killed in the encore.
Yeah.
Is that heavy metal band?
Yes.
Guar?
Yep. Yeah, they're
I
aliens from outer
watched one of
space.
the videos you had of that.
They we actually, that was GW and I started our first ever Let's Go Brandon chant at that show. And as bizarre as it was, in Worcester, Massachusetts, which is Massachusetts, like Smith and Wesson's getting the hell out of there. That's how bad Massachusetts is. They're moving to Tennessee.
Wow.
In the middle of Worcester, Mass, in a crowded room full of younger dudes and older dudes, we
that
started
weird
chanting.
hippie dude that was sitting in front of us.
Yeah, all sorts of weird dudes. I look over at GW and it's just before the encore, and I'm like, they gotta kill. They haven't done a single celebrity G-dubs. They gotta kill Biden. They're gonna do it. And I look over and I see the top of his head, just over the speaker, like he's about to come out, and I'm like, there's no way. I look at G-dubs and I'm like, G-dubs, we gotta start a Let's Go Brandon chant. And he looked at me and smiled, and we just started, "Let's go Brandon," and we started clapping. And before we knew it, the entire crowd is down in the pit because we were up on the balcony. All of a sudden, we were doing the clapping version, like the clean version, because we're like, I don't know, I don't want to get beat up in Massachusetts right now. All of a sudden, the rest of them, all of a sudden you hear from the main crowd, "Let's go Brandon, fuck Joe Biden, let's go Brandon, fuck Joe Biden." And I was just, it warmed my heart. And it gave me hope for the future, because we might have started it, but there was at least a couple hundred other people there who had very similar feelings.
Hello. Sorry about that, guys.
No, you're
My
good.
granddaughter called me.
Aw. But yeah, that was a magical moment. So thank you, GW. Sean,
That's
Jason,
awesome,
thank you,
guys.
gentlemen, for joining us. I appreciate it.
You're totally welcome. Thank you very much for inviting us.
Thank you. I look forward to seeing you, gentlemen, in the future. Jason, thanks for dropping by. We love you, brother.
Good fun,
Please,
guys.
yeah, please follow GW at GW Foley on YouTube. Foley Kills the Podcast is back officially. Very excited about it. I did share it. Go find it in my community post if you follow my channel. And that's all we got on this one. New Year's Eve
One
next
more
week.
thing, guys.
Yep.
You know what it is. Send all hate mail to Reggie Benton.
Yes, thank you. That's it.
All right, peace out, guys.
Bye.
John, have a beautiful night, sir. I, of course, am Hickory the Drunken Under Quarantine. Thank you all for tuning in to the Drunken Under Quarantine show. This has been, I don't know, episode 30-something, the New Year's Eve special. And I appreciate everybody for joining us down there in the comments. Thank you to Sean. Thank you to Jason, Nick, Marcy, the random bot that I had to block earlier. Thank you for Raul for showing up. Yep, there was a handful of people here, and it was fun. We had a good time. G-Dubs, you have a good time?
I had a great time.
Fuck yeah, it's Wednesday night.
I love this show.
Fuck yeah.
Me too. Yeah, Jason, thank you for being here. Yeah, that's all I got on this one. I am, of course, Hickory the Drunken Underwoman. You have been tuning in to the Drunken Under Quarantine Show Season 2, presented by the Woolen Comedy Club. We will see you guys in the next year with Brad Zemeckis from 5 times August, which is going to be phenomenal. I can't wait to ask that guy. I got a bunch of questions. It's going to be wild that he's going to be on the show. So that's pretty much all I got. Reminding you all, this New Year's, stay safe, stay drunk, stay underwhelming. Fuck Omicron, and we'll see you guys next year. And when you're feeling down, just remember, all you got to do is say, let's go, Brandon. I agree. Cheers.
And so I didn't get a chance to take my pants off.